This is a little hard to read, perhaps for the public, but just gives you an overview of the overall project status. I just wanted to point out a particular correction that was made for Carver Park. The date for completion was corrected from December 23 to September of this year. That's because it was previously linked to the Columbus Park project, and now those two projects are being separated. Everything else in this schedule is basically the same from the last update. Our CSO projects are proceeding well. Contract 2 is the large head wall at the river, as well as box culvert installation. That project is proceeding. The box culvert continues to be moved along, and the tide gates at the head wall have been installed. Contract 3 along Clay Street is proceeding on schedule at this time. We are working towards the railroad crossing and anticipating that crossing will be taking place within the next month or so. Voorhees Lane, we have been making progress with the contractor on this project. As we've been discussing, there has been an issue with subsurface conditions. We have had good dialogue with them. I expect to be resolving that hopefully within the next week. We just, one of the items just went off. Might need batteries for me. That's good. One of the items that you've been discussing is the re-engagement of geotechnical services, and we're just waiting for their opinion before we finalize this. So now that geotechnical engineer has been re-engaged, we will incorporate their opinion into the discussions with the contractor. So continuing to the parks projects, Stide Park, we have been working very closely with the contractor to get Stide Park completed. Have set a schedule for substantial completion middle of April and final completion the end of April. We've had a couple of days of bad weather throughout, and this work some of it does depend on warm weather, so we're making the progress that we can as the days provide. The remainder of the parks projects are continuing. Johnson Park, we will be bidding later this month, the first phase of that project, which is the surcharging of the soil there to accommodate the superstructure for construction. So that's the first phase of that project, and that will be issued as a separate contract. Carver Park, I've provided you with a schedule for completion, just to walk through the steps. As I say, we'll be advertising this month. The recommendation for award would be expected upon the receipt of bids and the consultant engineer's review, which would be April 18th. The contract would be awarded then at the next council meeting on the 9th, which would put us in a position to have notice to proceed, receive the contractor's documentation and bonds, and notice to proceed the end of May. It's a 16-week construction period. If we have favorable weather, that can be shortened, but right now we're looking at a finish of mid-September for Carver Park. Other projects include the Atlantic Street Garage. Those repairs are just about complete. We are anticipating completion of this project in April. Main Street streetscape is progressing well, and they're now working on the east side sidewalk and paver installation. And just to wrap up, other projects include the paving program for the city, and those projects are listed here. This is the same as was presented last meeting. And with that, I'll open it up to any questions you may have.